John, to say that we're shell-shocked is an understatement, but let's take nothing away from John Wilshere and his Papua New Guinea team. They were excellent in that first half, and England, if they didn't know it before the match, they know now. There is still some work to do as the referee Shane Hayne blows the whistle. Second half is underway. I don't think it's overstating it, Steve, to say this is the most crucial 40 minutes in England Rugby League history.
I think you're spot on there, but we saw the clips from the dressing room. Tony Smith wasn't getting excited. The players were pretty relaxed. They realised that they've allowed them to score some tries, and that's not what they needed at the start of the second half. The PNG boys, you can see there, they're just flopping it there. Rod Griffin, one of the heroes of the first half, scored the first try for the Commonwealth. But I think that England need now to start spreading the ball out wide. It's no coincidence that the two tries we scored in that first half came from both the wingers, Gardner and Lee Smith. They still have to do the hard work, trying to suck in the PNG defence, but give it more air. That's what they've got to do.
Oh, and Roby releases the pass, but it's going to be, I think, a knock-on against the Papua New Guineans here. This is going to be head and feed to England. It is.
The fingertips there by Rod Griffin, just got to it in the end.
Good work, as it happened, from Kevin Sinfield, but he wanted them to play on. He wanted the referee not to blow the whistle and put the scrum down. He was in possession. Play on was his call.
I'm going to say Liam Price did ever so well to catch that ball. Hasn't been top rate either, some of the passing from the England boys.
Short ball then from Roby. This is Wilkin. England looking to get over the line first in this second half, rebuild a little bit of that confidence we saw from them. That was a big collision by Costigan on Sinfield. Plays the ball to Roby. Roby gets it away to Wellens. And Roby once more, bullets the pass to Leon Price. Price then gives it width to Rob Burrow, who comes back inside. Rob Burrow, or he's flattened by a challenge from Michael Yezu. Roby again. Back it comes this time. And Sinfield will hoist the kick, looking for Adi Gardner. Gardner goes up. Oh, he's missed it.
Certainly had the opportunity there. It was a good kick, plenty of height.
And he got above David Moore as well, his opposite number.
Well, David Moore appeared to go far too early.
Well, if Tony Smith could influence anything at half-time, Eddie, I think you'd have asked his side to play with the energy of an underdog. I think their opponents just had too much enthusiasm for them in the first half, and England need to find that level of intensity and excitement when it comes to defending. We saw how PNG celebrated the tries. They are buzzing physically and mentally on this challenge, and England need to find that same mindset.
Let's go down to the sideline. Early news second half from Bill.
Eddie, if England had sleeves to roll up, then Jamie Peacock would have had his rolled up as he marched out of that dressing room. Real purpose in his stride. It was right, there's a job to do out there. Let's get out there and do it. And that's the message to the side. Problems for the PNG side. We saw Jesse Joe Parker early in the game coming off with blood pouring from a facial wound. When he's fractured an eye socket, that could surely be the end of his World Cup.
Indeed so. It looked a nasty injury, didn't it? And yes, Jesse Joe Parker off the field. But that's fantastic, mean defence from Neville Costigan.
Well, he's certainly the hit man. The English boys knew that, and that is wonderful defence.
Hey, this is good from Lee Smith, though. He's just been put on his backside. He wants to get back involved. He's not just run back out to the left wing.
Fasavalou with the offload finds Jamie Peacock. Oh, the legs were up in the air a bit then. Charlie Wabba was well underneath him, but this is a good run here from Leon Price from demi-half. Couldn't get the pass away, couldn't get the ball to the supporting players either side. This now is Sinfield. Sinfield will drift the kick behind David Moore. Nasty bounce, and trapped in the in-goal area, is he, by the on-rushing Maori Fasavalou? Yes, he is. It's a goal line dropout coming up. That's enthusiastic chasing by Fasavalou.
Well, more to the point, Leon Price injecting himself into attacking mode. Nice little chip over the corner there from the loose forward. And the big fella Fasavalou made sure. Hard work from James Roby, but this is the break that put them in a good position. We haven't seen much of him throughout this game yet. He could turn the tide.
England having to come from behind if they're to win this opening rubber of the 2008 Rugby League World Cup. I said in the first half it's a no-win situation for them, really. If they struggle against Papua New Guinea, they'll be written off by the Australian press. If they beat Papua New Guinea by a handsome score, then they'll be accused of spoiling the tournament. As I say, they can't win over here.
Well, they were
Let's hope they can win on the field, though.
They were written off before the tournament started. They won't worry about that. They've got to make sure they don't panic, though. And that is exactly what they've done.
Sinfield just could not get that ball away. We're still waiting, of course, to see Danny Maguire on the field for England. Wonder how long it will be before Tony Smith puts him on. And also, we'll have a penalty here, the Papua New Guineans. Also waiting on the sideline, of course, at the moment, Gareth Hock, Gareth Ellis, and James Graham.
I think this is a harsh penalty. I wish we got a chance to see it end on again there. I think both Roby and Morley were in position, and I think that the marker defence has been pretty strong tonight. But when they've got out quickly and contained the PNG dummy half, the referee has on occasions penalised them.
The scrum half, Keith Peters, dumps the ball over the sideline on that far side. Notice that when the ball is brought back into play, unlike the Super League, it's a restart 10 metres in, not 20. That's another of the subtle changes to the rules. And the scrums will form as well. But actually, Phil, we played, didn't we, under these rules? Oh, hang on, here is Michele Azu.
Oh, should have passed. He had support on the inside, but what a break. Not noted for being the fastest prop forward in the world, but he was on that occasion.
Stanley Jean gets the ball away. It's Wilshire, and this is Nightingale. Oh, they're in again with David Moore. Papua New Guinea, it's been brought back. The referee has turned it down for a forward pass.
Oh, they don't like that.
Well, England suffered a forward pass decision in the first half.
And that looks okay.
It's this one.
Very fortunate indeed. Extremely fortunate.
That
Controversial, to say the least. Well, if that doesn't wake the England side up, I don't know what will.
Here's Morley.
A bit more aggression, that's what we need.
Morley wants to get up and play the ball quickly. He was trying to attract the attention of the referee to that. This is Wilkins spinning out of one tackle. Can't spin away from that one, though, from Jason Chan.
Graham comes into the fray yet again. They need some stability, but it's in defence that they're falling apart.
Burrow with the kick over the top. That could hold up in the field of play. It doesn't. We walked on the field, didn't we, before the match? Very lush, isn't it? It's like a thick green carpet, Phil.
There's almost an elasticity, isn't there? The ball and the feet bounce up off it. It's got an artificial feel almost, and sometimes the ball does sit up in those generous 8-metre in goals. I think that's what Rob Burrow had looked for. But physically, they've just not been able to contain Papua New Guinea for a full set of 6. In one of the 6 runs, somehow they've burst through it and found that quick play of the ball. And it's the control around the ruck that England are desperate for, because they haven't looked convincing in any aspect of the defence.
Notice that James Graham is back out there with the change by Tony Smith. This is Charlie Wabo. That's the ball away then to Rod Griffin. And England having the devil's own job in putting these Cummels to the ground.
It's the angles that they're running that's confusing the English defence.
Peters with the kick, straight into the arms of Adi Gardner, but the chase is good. Gardner passes the ball inside to Wellens. He gets away from the initial challenge of Moni.
You see Wellens wanting to get on with it. Again, interference in that play of the ball, and that's the reason why the penalty is gone. A little bit more urgency now, but as I say, the problem that they're having in England is that they're wanting to score a try on every occasion they've got the ball in the hand. Get into a good position first.
Here it is.
Graham will carry the ball forward first up. Roby waiting at dummy half. Finds Burrow. Burrow to Leon Price. Price gets it away to Sinfield. Good tackling though by Makele Ezu. It's Wellens. Gets the ball away to Roby. Roby spins away from Ezu. Here is Wilkin. John Wilkin, ball out the back to Burrow. Burrow to Graham. And Graham on one knee, passed it to Burrow. They go wide.
Great defence.
Wonderful defence. No way through for Lee Smith then. And they're appealing there that Lee Smith lost the ball. This is Wilkin. Wilkin to Morley.
Run an angle.
Roby out wide. They're in this time. It's Lee Smith. Lee Smith levels the matters for England. Tries given. Second try of the night for Lee Smith. Well, other than for the forward pass, England might have been really up against it. They might have been trailing by even more points, but now they are level at 16 all, courtesy of Lee Smith's second try.
Good work from Wilkin. Took a real hard knock as he offloaded that ball, but he was in a good position there by Lee Smith to take it and accept it. All three tries coming from England tonight from the two wingers. Great stuff from John Wilkin. Pushed himself out into a centre position. It's a pressure kick now. But what a left off. When David Moore scooted in on the left-hand corner, boy, we were in one big hole.
And the decision was, well, we called it questionable and borderline. And, well, let's now put that to bed and let's just concentrate on this conversion attempt from Sinfield. Kevin Sinfield has missed this time. 16 all it stays. Well, a bit of disappointment there on the face of Sinfield. Gobbles these up in Super League. Was there a problem there for him? Really kept his head down, didn't he?
Amazing to see that just brushed away onto the right-hand side. That could be a costly miss. It's important now for the Cummels. Can they just get the possession back? They need it badly. Oh, that looked a high shot. Morley carries on.
And here comes James Graham for England again. Second half, just 12 and a half minutes old. We have the first try. This is Senior. Wrestle to the ground.
You see the English players, they want to get on with it. Quite a few of the Papua New Guineans still hanging on. Slow them down. That's good work by the forwards. A good position.
Good offloading. Here's Wellens. Will England's superior fitness tell in the end? High kick again. Moore is underneath it. Good chase. Good work from the captain, Peacock.
That's the sort of enthusiasm that England need to demonstrate here now in the 25 minutes or so that are left in this match. Again, secondly in the tackle, but just one slip in concentration was being costing them in previous sets. Again, Graham gets out there. That's pretty good. 3 down, halfway gone. The rest of the players need to build here now in confidence, get up off the line and contain the PNG side in their own 20.
They've done that for 4 tackles. They're only 11 metres away from their own line. And here comes Money again. Gets the offload away though. They play, don't they? It's risky stuff, but it's very good to watch. I was about to say as Gleeson hunts the mistake. They've got the mistake, England. This is the last tackle, and look where they are playing the ball here. 8 metres away from their own line, and Wilshere just humps the ball to halfway, and Wellens is underneath it. Good set of 6 defensively for England, that.
This is where they can take command. Quick play the ball is needed. 2 good rushes from the forwards. A little bit slow getting their line of defence sorted out. Are they tiring? I wonder.
Gardner plays it here to Roby. He finds Peacock. Steps inside the first challenge. Looks for the support. Wasn't there. Roby, quick play the ball that by Peacock. That's what England want. Here is Price. This is Graham. Graham gets the ball away to Gleeson. Gleeson then to Rob Burrow. and Burrow. Hauled down by Keith Peters, his opposite number. Will play it to Senior. Here is Wilkin. Wilkin then to Gleeson. Gleeson to Sinfield. Quick offload from Sinfield, saw the trouble coming. Roby can't get the pass away, can he? Yes, he can, to Wellens. And Wellens sees the space. Here's Graham. James Graham. Ball is knocked forward by England.
Well, he tried his damnedest, didn't he, the big fella, James Graham, to try and twist and offload that ball. That's the way to beat them, to keep them spreading, keep the ball alive, tire the opposition. But again, they get back in numbers, don't they? Squeezed it out.
Just couldn't take the pass in. Graham trying all he knew then, and the X factor is about to be introduced. Danny Maguire is getting ready and is waiting to come in to this match for England, and they need something just a little special, don't they?
Well, they do, but they know that they've got Papua New Guinea camped down in their own quarter, and that's what they've got to do on the previous sets of 6. They've been very aggressive of England in the second half in the defensive line.
Down to Bill.
Yeah, I just wonder whether they've sensed that the Papua New Guineans are beginning to run out a little bit of steam, and maybe it's time now to try and exploit that. Having said that, looking threatening there, but whether it's time to exploit that with the introduction of Danny Maguire. He is really keen to get on the field now.
Stanley Jean away from one challenge. Ball comes free to Rob Burrow. Burrow has swooped on the mistake. That's Lee Smith, and Lee Smith is halted by the tackle on that far side from Kepa, and it's a penalty. Pushing and shoving as England wanted to get on with it quickly.
Good work as well by Lee Smith. He knew that there was no opportunity on the outside, so as soon as he got the football, he had to step. Well, surely this is going to be a quick tap, lift the confidence, don't bother about the 2 points.
Roby comes off the field, Maguire comes on.
Well, that surprised me. He's taken James Roby off. I think he's been one of our better players.
Morley plays the ball. Here is Burrow. Burrow on the bounce. It finds its way to Leon Price. Price is halted by physical challenges. Ayton was there. So too was the second defender. And this is Wellens. England turning the screw, applying the pressure. Can they get over for the try with James Graham?
No, is the answer.
Just short. You heard the call maybe from referee Shane Hayne. That was Maguire. This is Burrow, and this is Gleeson, and England hit the front. Martin Gleeson for England. 20 points to 16. And Martin Gleeson, standoff and captain against Wales in that 74-0 just before they left here. Priceless try, this.
Wonderfully worked by the halfback Rob Burrow. They got the lucky bounce, they got the replay. He bounced up through, put them in a position, and full credit. Good positioning by Martin Gleeson, but the inside pass from Rob Burrow was nothing short of superb. Top quality, certainly out of the top drawer, that is concerned.
6th try in 3 test matches in an England jersey for Martin Gleeson. And now there's a little crisis meeting behind the Papua New Guinea sticks.
It was tremendous work, though, by the halfback Burrow.
And Danny Maguire getting his first touch as well from dummy half. Did you notice that? He was involved in all of that.
Well, you could see when they went back to get ready for the kickoff that Danny Maguire was talking to his players.
Here's Sinfield to add the extras. England hit the front, trailed at half-time, 16-12, 22-16 now.
Well, there's good passing here. Firstly out wide, then the ball back on the inside. Stretch defence and the PNG middle defenders. Just that element of fatigue offered the opportunity for Gleeson. You need try scorers if you want to win this game and win the tournament. Gleeson's come up with an important one at an important time. And the message from Danny Maguire, I think, to his teammates then as they walk back, was that this now remaining quarter of the game is all about field position. If we have the ball in our own half, that's okay, but PNG are only able to have possession deep inside their own territory. If that's the case, we'll almost be safe.
Going up to the hour mark here in Townsville, North Queensland. And England in possession with Wilkin.
He's dead.
Plays the ball to Burrow. He finds Leon Price.
Sorry.
They're alert to the danger of Price. That was Wabo with the first tackle. It's Burrow and Wellens. Having to do a lot of work here in defence are the Papua New Guineans at the moment. And Maguire with the kick just outside the 40-metre mark.
It's a good one as well. Oh, he's kept it alive.
He has, and he's in the in-goal area. Can England pen him in there? No, that's great and brave work from David Moore. I think he must have believed that that was going to go out for a 40-20. But the referee, as soon as the kick came in, said outside.
He's impressed with this left winger, David Moore. They put him under a lot of pressure, but he's come up trumps. That is great work. How's that for confidence? Much better chase as well by England on that occasion. Had the numbers. And that's all they've got to do is just keep Papua New Guinea down into the 20 or 30-metre region.
Well, there's a hole there in the middle. It was filled a bit quickly by Senior and Wilkin, though. And Peters with the kick. Slightly desperate kick. He finds touch, though, over on that far side.
Not a bad one either. Here's another of the Papua New Guineans that's impressed me tonight, Keith Peters. He thought it was going to be a bit of a struggle against his opposite number, Rob Burrow. Rob Burrow has worked hard, that's for sure, but he's impressed with this guy.
Captain of Papua New Guinea over the past couple of years, Keith Peters. And there are plenty of residents from Port Moresby and places here in Townsville. There are plenty of English supporters as well. The first batch of them arrived during the course of this week. They've been keeping everyone entertained in Townsville. Players have been somewhat guarded and away from all of that and staying in a hotel on the outside of town, but the England supporters here came with great hope. I bet they were feeling a bit jittery at half-time.
I think the PNG defenders will be jittery in the middle of the field, Eddie, because that's where England are going here now.
Here's another penalty.
Goalpost to goalpost. That 10-metre strip of land down the centre of the field is the battle that England want to win with some quick play of the balls and some quick guys out of there.
I think they've got to start getting their link organised as well, a little bit quicker. Get it past the two half-backs. Maguire will take control on that occasion.
England gaining territory on the back of 3 consecutive penalty awards from referee Shane Hayne. And here they come again. This is Wilkin. And here is Maguire. And Maguire! Great ball forward. Another, there was a hat-trick try for Lee Smith, and it's another forward pass ruled by Shane Hayne.
To be fair to the official, he was in a very good position indeed. But the twinkle toes of Maguire created it. You'll see better on this angle. Yeah, just had to lean forward. Only slightly. Lee Smith will be irritated. That would have been the hat-trick.
Come on, guys.
But you just sense that they are starting to split this Papua New Guinean defence, keeping the ball alive.
I'll call it. Yep. Ball in. Out. That's it. Well done.
Now, can England keep them penned back in that 10-metre zone again? That's a good first challenge from Price and from Sinfield on Stanley Jean. Another good work from Price. Quick play the ball, though, from Papua New Guinea. Peacock had to stand away from that. He knew he was probably not standing square to play the ball. He came in there for the challenge. Here is Wabo looking for support. It's there in numbers. Michaeli Azu. Here's Costigan. Costigan to Nightingale. Gardner with the tackle as he received that ball in this split second. Stanley Jean under pressure. Still gets the kick away. Wellens has got work to do here. Moore is after him. Brilliant from Wellens.
He's had a lot of work to do as well, Paul Wellens, tonight. Been turning him around time and time again, but has been pretty solid. Looked a bit high there from the hooker, Paul Ayton.
And Gardner felt it was as well. This is Lee Smith.
Now this is what they got to chance their arm deep within their own half.
Possession statistic there showing that Papua New Guinea enjoying better of the possession of the football in this second half, but England ahead on the scoreboard. Stats and Dan Blythe, Phil?
I think England are in pretty good control, and I think mentally they've got a good composure there. They want to play safe inside their own half, kick the ball deep. Okay, that one's gone over the dead ball line. But if they stay in this half of the field, the right half, as we look from the commentary box, I think they're pretty safe because there's so much speed in the England side. I don't really see many of the PNG side scoring from 50 metres plus.
Wilshere, the captain, full-back, takes first tackle. Wabo, little run. Tomorrow, of course, in Sydney, it's Australia-England, and before that, the Scots hit the World Cup trail, and that's a
good
great
error,
tackle.
as far as England's concerned, yeah. Really did get some power into it. Apologies all round from Stanley Jean, who, I must say, had the most tremendous first 40 minutes. He was outstanding, nothing less.
Hang on, guys, arms over.
Apologies, as you say, all round from Stanley.
Oh, they wait there.
This is where England should start doing set move patterns from scrum base. Put it out wide again.
It's Gleeson. Waiting to bring Rod Griffin back into the fray. Papua New Guinea.
Right on. Two. Released. He's 10. Hold. Hold. Go.
Roby finds Graham from acting halfback. Hunted down in the challenge by Jason Chan. Burrow. Here is Maguire. Maguire trying to step inside them, but Charlie Wabo with the important tackle. That's the fourth. Burrow. Hawk.
England are having no problem getting over that advantage line, but full credit to the Cummels. They are getting back in numbers time and time again. When are they going to tire?
Last tackle. A stab over the top by Sinfield. Competition for the football aerially between Gardner and his opposite number. No matter what happens here tonight, though, Steve-O, the Papua New Guineans, they've got this World Cup off to a very interesting start, and I know that there is some talk of a team in the NRL from Papua New Guinea some way down the track. This will have impressed the people who are interested in that, and this might impress them even more, because here comes George Kepler again down that wing. That's a great tackle from Burrow.
Certainly is, but again, we've seen a problem with Keith Senior. He really has not shone tonight in that defensive position.
Ayton gets the ball away. Papua New Guinea have been energised by that run from Kepper. That's Exton who goes down. The fans are getting behind them again as well as Jean hoists the kick. Stanley Jean goes after it himself. Oh, the ball is lost. But
He was taken out.
Wellens was tackled in the air.
Jumped too early, Stanley never went for the ball, mate.
He can't believe it.
He shakes his head, and but I think when we see the replay, it's quite clear. Neat chip over the top, and then he goes for it, puts everybody onside, but he made no attempt to go for the football. Watch his arm go straight in to the full-back, and there's nothing that Wellens can do about trying to take that ball. But what a game this old fella has had. He's been around a while, nobody knows his age for sure.
Morley comes off. Oof. That was Michaeli Azu who was hunting James Graham then. That's Burrow. Here's Maguire. Maguire flicks the pass to Gareth Ellis.
Here it is.
Look at the hit here. Michaeli Azu nearly took him away.
Senior wants to play the ball quickly. This is Rob Burrow. Dancing little run, so typical of Burrow.
Got to go left.
He plays it. They come this way to Sinfield. Here is Gleeson. Back on the inside, Leon Price. Aidy Gardner. Try England. They're appealing for another forward pass. It won't come this time. Second try for Aidy Gardner. The wingers are doing their bit for England's cause here. Smith with two. Gardner with two now.
Good work. Leon Price knew exactly what was happening. And I'll tell you what, that looked more forward than any that's been pulled up today. But great work. Price knew exactly who was coming back on the inside. And the man who has been scoring tries for fun in Super League this year, Adi Gardner, has taken a lot of pressure off their shoulders. And the coach, Tony Smith, it has been a struggle.
You might notice, by the way, that the England team tonight are wearing black armbands. And the black armbands are in memory of Adam Wateen, who so sadly passed away just a week or so ago. A fellow Super League player, and England showing their respect for him tonight. I'm sure they will also remember David Myers, who was killed in a car crash just at the start of this week, as Sinfield hits an absolute belter. And for the first time in the match, there is daylight between these two sides. It's a 12-point gap. England have it, and they lead by 28 points to 16.
Keep the ball alive. It's as simple as that. And the inside pass just stretched the defence. Nothing that Costigan could do about that. And what about the conversion? Pressure kick.
Great kick. 28-16, 12-point gap. Short kick off here from Papua New Guinea. It's going to come up for them. Oh, he's got a knock on against Papua New Guinea. And there's another contentious call from Shane Hayne.
Well, they've every right to feel a little bit disappointed with that, because it appeared to me as though it came off an England player. No, and if it did, well, it was Costigan that got to it, but surely that went backwards.
Well, the referee was right on the spot. He made the decision. Let's go down to the sideline. Bill has got Sam Burgess with him, I understand.
Yeah, very tan Sam Burgess, been out here for 3 weeks, rehabilitating, I think, after your shoulder operation. This has been a bit nerve-wracking, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a shaky start, you know. It's took them a while to get going, I think, England, but now they're finding a bit of form now, and it's coming good, so hopefully they can carry on with 8 minutes to go and take it home.
PNG, though, doing exactly what everybody anticipated. I mean, this was the game they'd targeted.
That's it, they're big, strong blokes out, they're running hard, passionate, you know, enthusiastic, so they're always going to be a tough challenge, and it was just how long that, you know, England could weather that storm.
So do you think England have blown a few cobwebs out tonight?
Yeah, definitely. I think it was always going to be, you know, a tough start for them, especially with the, you know, the long journey. So they've done well, and they've done well to come through, and hopefully with a victory.
Thanks, Sam. Good to see you.
I'd just like to say good day to my mum. I know she's watching back home, so hello. I'm home soon.
And behaving.
Yeah, that's it.
And England are home and hosed. It's a hat-trick try for Lee Smith if this is given by the video referee. This would be a hat-trick for Lee Smith. It would probably be the victory for England. Cannot see Papua New Guinea coming back if this is awarded.
No problem as far as I'm concerned. Lee Smith has got it. And it's a well-deserved hat-trick as well. Making his debut at the top level of international in an England shirt. He's done all he needed for it. I don't know what they're worried about this, because this looks to me a simple try. Well, it was down. The downward pressure. There's another confirmation. How many do they want? Video referee tonight, Steve Clark, will come up with the magic TRY.
Yes, Steve Clark in control of the buttons here at Townsville tonight. Tomorrow for Australia, New Zealand, it will be Steve Ganson aiding and assisting the man in the middle, Ashley Klein.
I don't know what they're waiting around for. That the arm and the ball has hit the deck.
John Wilshire's appealing it to knock on. Anyway.
Oh, it's TRY. Come on.
As Lee Smith got the hat-trick on his big international debut in this, the opening night of the 2008 World Cup. Put him out of his misery, Mr. Clark. Try is given. And it looks a little more as we thought it might be now. 32 points to 16 and the kick to come.
Well, it slightly distorts what we've seen here tonight, doesn't it? And for 70 minutes, PNG were a competitive outfit. And I think that the international game of rugby league does PNG a disservice because it does not offer it enough opportunities to play at the highest level. The Cummels need more international matches if they are to improve. And I guess tonight we're glad they haven't improved too much.
Sinfield has missed the conversion, 32-16.
In many ways, Eddie, this will do the English boys a lot of good. It would have been not to their advantage if they would have raced away and been leading by 24 points to nil at half-time. That would have done them any good whatsoever. They brushed away a few cobwebs, but the most important factor is that they all realise now that every single game is going to be a tough one.
Oh, well, this has been tough, and it has, and it's still not completely over yet. It's going to get tougher from here on in. Australia next week, the week after New Zealand. Doesn't come any tougher than that. Good run here from Rod Griffin.
Well, that was amazing. They went for the short kick, and a rare mistake by Paul Wellens. It looked as though he had it, then lost it. Can they finish on a high? Boy, this will get their nerves jangling if they cross here.
Aiton to Griffin. Griffin is held up. Short on tackle number 4. Aiton finds Stanley Jean running laterally. Gives the ball then to Peters. Peters to Wilshire. Oh, and Lee Smith has missed him. And Wilshire! Good defence, scrambling defence from the English. Last tackle here. And the dab in looking for Aiton! And Aiton, he might have scored here.
He has it. If he's onside, he's given it.
Paul Aiton, the Papua New Guinea hooker, the man with the most NRL experience after Neville Costigan, has scored a try that puts a different complexion on the scoreline. 32 points to 20.
Well, this is the finish of it, but the build-up again was Stanley Jean's involvement, and fair credit to this hooker Paul Aiton. Wilshire made the initial break out wide.
And Wilshire makes no mistake. 32 points to 22. Points difference, gentlemen, could come into the equation at the end of the first round of matches.
Well, goal line defence is probably more important and more of a priority concern for England at this time. 2 games to go in the group stages after this, and they can forget about points difference unless they can improve the goal line defence, because it hasn't been good enough tonight.
Fully deserved, though, Phil, in regards. He's impressed me, this hooker Paul Aiton. Worked very, very hard.
And suddenly people looking at the clock and they see that there's only 4 minutes to go. 10 points the difference, but England have got now to dig deep and keep Papua New Guinea penned back inside their own half. The pass finds the danger man, Stanley Jean. They're allowing him to run with it. And they're allowing Nightingale to run with it too.
He's been world class, hasn't he, Stanley Jean?
Here's Costigan. Costigan.
Oh, that should be a penalty.
The ball is stolen.
That's silly play. Why on earth do you want it? You know, some of the marbles are still running around in some of these players' heads. They race to a 32-16 lead with only 10 minutes to go. And I think a few of them have said, oh, we've won.
3.5 minutes remaining. Aiton. Jean, early kick, looking for Wilshire, but that wasn't good. Paul Wellens.
It was probably the worst kick that is produced tonight from Stanley Jean. And Wellens took it with great relief, I must say. I think everybody in rugby league world thought perhaps that Papua New Guinea would do a good account of themselves, maybe 30, 40 minutes at the most. But they've been tremendous tonight.
Well, they've got themselves a lot of credibility, and if the Australian media was looking for credibility of the tournament, they've got it. I don't know what they're going to make of England's performance in the morning, but well, that doesn't really matter, and I don't think it will worry and over-concern England or their coach Tony Smith. The most important thing tonight was to get the victory, get the result.
Yeah. It's 1 point is just as good as 30, so they say.
PNG will face New Zealand next week, and England, of course, in Melbourne. They will face the world champions.
Well, I think it's safe to say, isn't it? There's a kick through. Beautiful work by Peters, the halfback.
Well, the penalty, though, here is You watch that.
Combination from the hooker there, Paul Ayton.
2 minutes and counting. 32-22. Ayton restarts and Costigan drives it forward. He has been outstanding tonight as well.
They've worked hard.
Nightingale from dummy half.
And full credit, you know, to their coach, Adrian Lamb.
Ayton once more. Gives the ball to Peters. Peters then gives it to Wilshere. They go wide down that right-hand side.
The most worrying thing, Eddie,
that Maori could get that ball away.
The most worrying thing for the coach, Tony Smith, is the amount of times that they've bounced off the man, the ball carrier, and the amount of gaps that they've allowed, especially out wide. It's a worry.
Stanley Jean. Maguire stuck to the task then. That's the last tackle. Nightingale, Wilshere over the top of a couple to Peters. And Peters hoists the kick to the corner. Another tester here for Lee Smith. Oh, he's claimed it, Smith. And he's away. Not for long. Grounded by Peters.
Again, he used common sense there. Lee Smith just thought perhaps for a while he could go racing downfield on that outside, but it would run the risk of him going into touch. Possession is vital now. And they know that in these final seconds, all they have to do is keep possession. When it gets to the last, just a sensible kick into touch, and it'll be all over. And a very relieved England side, I can tell you.
And it's been a real hit out. It will do them good as far as that's concerned. As you said earlier, it'll blow the cobwebs away. But just think of what is to come against Australia and New Zealand. Maguire finds Sinfield. Sinfield then gets it away to Gleeson. And Gleeson is tackled. Any second now, the full-time siren. Kevin Sinfield knew that, puts the ball into touch, and England breathe a sigh of relief. They were behind at half-time, 16 points to 12. Lee Smith went on to complete his hat-trick. Gleeson and Gardner added 2 more. They were coasting with 7 to go, 32-16. Ayton gave us a few scares at the end, but England are up and running. They have beaten Papua New Guinea 32 points to 22.
And England's World Cup continues next weekend. Massive match in Melbourne.